Welcome to running on Reddit. Like and subscribe, or you'll be running on fumes. So I work for a farm. The owner is also the manager of the Farmers Market Association in town. We do 3 markets a week, one at a local park, one on a roadside property owned by the farm, and the third one just recently was moved back into the downtown area, where there's a lot of foot traffic. This is obviously great for all the vendors, and we are all really excited that the city is making room for us, which has been really difficult to achieve in the past. But obviously there are customers who will be crabby no matter what, right? So 2 weeks ago, we had the opening market at the downtown site. Things get busy, and I'm trying to wait on people as fast as I can, while still being friendly and chatty, because everyone is curious. I look to see who the next customer is, and recognize this older lady, OL, who used to come to the market frequently, but who I hadn't seen in a while. She was the kind who didn't really ever buy much, but always wanted to suck up your time with conversation. I greeted her, chatted to her a little, then she got a very serious expression, and said, "Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to yell at your boss." Okay then. I took the next customer, but kept my ear on her obviously. When my boss is done with the person he's waiting on, she gets his attention. "OL, I'm mad at you." "Boss, why?" "OL, because this market used to be closer to my house and now it's not." Honestly, my boss and I both chuckled at this, because we thought she was at least half kidding. Boss, still thinking she's kidding around. Well, everyone else is happy we moved locations. OL, getting more irate. "Well, I'm not. I had to pay a quarter for parking. You need to move the market back." "Boss, we didn't get any business there. We were losing vendors because of it." "OL, I don't care. It was more convenient for me. Move it back." "Boss, no." She stormed off shortly after. The kicker is, when I got back to my car at the end of market, I had to pay a whopping $7 total in meter fees, but you didn't hear me complaining or demanding a location change because of it. That older lady sounds more like a toddler with the way she was behaving. World doesn't revolve around you, sweaty. Working at a small retail clothes store, it can get you a lot of characters for customers. This one literally happened yesterday. After ringing up this old lady that had bought 2 bras, I start taking the receipt and say my usual cashier line. Just for context, me equals me and panties lady equals PL. Me, if you want to exchange or return an item, please do so with your original receipt. You'll have 45 days to do so. PL, can bras be returned here? Me, well yes, the only item that cannot be returned from intimates would be the bottom one. PL, panties. Me, yes. PL, no, I want you to say it. Panties. Now I'm just confused, because this old woman is staring at me trying to get me to say the word panties, as if I was 2 and never knew about female underwear. After just staring at her, I proceed to answer with, "Yes, panties." And after that she just leaves after mocking me, because apparently she made me blush. It shocked me still that by me trying to be well mannered and gentle, I still get weird people like this panty lady. That was odd. I wonder if they just like hearing people say the word. Today, as I'm going into a work, there's a lady outside asking a few of us to get a manager right away. It's 6:30 AM, store's not open, we're here to unload trucks, and she wants to speak to a manager, because last night she lost her $6,000 Louis Vuitton purse. The manager goes out and tries to reason with her to wait until open, but no, she said, your store's empty, and there's plenty of employees to look for it. Manager tries more to get her to wait until 8 AM so they can resolve it. Nothing is in lost and found, and she's not having it. I get it, a $6,000 purse is a lot of money to lose. However, we are not all gonna look for it, and if someone found it last night, and I mean anyone, that thing's gone. It's a Louis purse. That purse alone is probably worth more than what's in it. I'm just gonna wait and see what happens later. Update 1. Manager grabbed 3 of us to look around the store for the purse. She wasn't happy that only 3 were looking, but went with it. It's been about an hour, and no luck finding this purse. Update 2. Security asked for a description of the purse. She responds with Louis Vuitton, black and brown, $6,000. I laughed a bit cause WTF does $6,000 look like? Anyway, we had no luck in finding it, but she's refusing to leave the store until something comes up. Now she's retracing her steps around the store to see if she could find it. She's going around and asking other employees to look around for it. Update 3. Happy and annoying ending. Security tells her that her bag was put into one of her shopping bags last night. Then she smacks her head and says, "I'm so sorry. It was raining last night and I didn't want the purse to get wet, so I asked if the cashier could put it in the bag." She then calls her daughter to check the shopping bags and confirms that it is in the bag. She apologizes 100 times and crying/laughing. As soon as I heard that, I almost said "Dumby head" right next to her. I'm just telling myself it's fine. Everything's fine. She has her purse. No one got hurt. No one got fired. No cops. No arrests. Just a mistake that's annoying. But everything's fine. Not gonna lie, I kinda wanted a more dramatic ending, like cops involved or an employee stole it. I wasn't expecting that ending at all. Seems like something I would do. Let me know in the comments below if you've ever forgotten anything. Over the holidays I worked part-time at a certain popular store. Now, I've been working in retail for longer than I care to admit, and I've seen some truly heinous behavior, but this took the cake. It was a day or two after Christmas, and I was at my register. I happened to glance up in time to see a woman walking down the aisle with her daughter, who looked to be about 7 or 8. The little girl was carrying an American Girl doll she presumably had just gotten for Christmas. It jumped out to me because I don't know whether she had some sort of clip-in extensions for the doll or what, but it had a few streaks of pink and blue in its hair. I remember thinking how my 8-year-old self would have loved the ability to add fun colors to my doll's hair. I gave the girl and her mom a quick smile and went back to ringing people out. Now, for those of you who may not be familiar with American Girl, these are not cheap dolls. Last I checked, they go for anywhere from $100 to $140 just for the doll itself. Any outfit you buy is going to cost another $30 to $50. As I'm finishing up with my current customer, I notice a middle-aged woman standing in a different line looking around. Her eyes landed on me, and, seeing that I didn't have anybody after this customer, made a beeline for my register. Okay, whatever. Most people are in a hurry nowadays. She had with her her own daughter, maybe about 3. The woman starts putting her items on my belt while making friendly small talk with me. Suddenly I hear a woman scream at the top of her lungs, "Whoever took my daughter's doll better give it back right now." I look up and see the woman from earlier marching down the aisle in front of the registers. She's dragging her daughter along with her. The daughter is sobbing, and there is no American Girl doll in sight. Just about the entire front of the store is staring at this mother and daughter. She turned to her daughter and demanded to know why she had set the doll down. The little girl started sobbing even harder and screamed, "I don't know, but I want it back. I want it. I want it." The lady I was helping shook her head and turned to her daughter. "I better not ever see you acting like that," she said. "I'll beat your fanny." The mother, somehow even angrier and louder than before, screamed, "Who the flip stole my daughter's doll?" At this point, my customer started rearranging some jackets she had in her cart and kind of chuckled to herself. "Bad day for anyone else to bring a doll in," she mumbled. I looked down, and for just a second, caught a glimpse of an American Girl doll with pink and blue streaks in its hair. I froze and immediately started racking my brain, trying to figure out what I should do. I obviously couldn't let the woman get away with this, but I also couldn't accuse the woman of stealing. By this point the front-end manager had gotten involved in the situation. The mother, still screaming, was explaining to her that somebody had stolen her daughter's brand new American Girl doll, and my manager was trying to calm her down. I couldn't call her over because the mother might follow, and I didn't want to risk some sort of fight ensuing. I quickly finished my transaction, and as soon as I handed off the receipt, I quickly jogged over to my manager. By this time she and the mother and daughter were looking around where they'd last had the doll. I pulled my manager to the side and told her that the woman I'd just rang out had the doll. The mother overheard me and, as expected, took off running after the thief. My manager ran out after her and radioed for store security to follow. They screamed at each other in the parking lot for a bit. Finally, the cops were called, and the American Girl doll was returned to its rightful owner. To this day, I cannot get over the fact that this woman stole from a literal child. How low can you possibly be? Maybe it was the way the story was told, but for some reason I can picture the thief as an old troll snickering to itself under a damp bridge. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe and turn on the bell or you'll be running on fumes. See you in the next video.